Road trip rules. The trip was my dad's idea. 8 states, 4 days, 1 rental car, and a dad who kept asking if I wanted to drive. I didn't have my license yet. I had the permit test the next week, so we made a deal. I'd study the California driver handbook in the car, and every rule I could tie back to something real we actually saw, that one was mine forever. By the end of the trip, I had 30. My sister is 12. She had brought her own curriculum, a stack of ghost story paperbacks, 3 true crime podcasts downloaded for offline, and a running list of every historical murder that had happened along our route. She wanted to be scared in unfamiliar places for 4 consecutive days. My dad and I were not her intended audience. We were the captive driving tour. This is part 1. Morning. Cities, bridges, buggies, Manhattan, 7 a.m. Hudson Yards, that silver chrome pine cone tourist climb. My dad takes a long look and calls it very expensive. My sister calls it a vertical tomb for people with no personality. She is 12. She reads, Chelsea Market next. Dad buys a lobster roll. My sister eats half of it. Nobody consults me. We walk the High Line back toward the car. His phone rings. He hands it to me. Tell them we're leaving in an hour. I answer it. He shakes his head at the next red light. I can't. It's illegal in California. Rule 1. Handheld cell phones while driving are illegal in California for every driver. Hands-free only. And if you're under 18, no wireless device at all. Not even hands-free. Wall Street. Narrow streets, enormous buildings. The Bronze Bull has a fence around it because tourists won't stop trying to touch things. My sister notes that the 1920 Wall Street bombing killed 38 people and has never been solved. Cold case, she says approvingly. Times Square, the pedestrian capital of the United States. We get a green light. A tsunami of humanity enters the crosswalk. Dad waits. The rule: pedestrians in a crosswalk have the right of way. Green or not. Every single time. You wait. My sister, from the back. A human being is the most dangerous animal in New York. I'd yield too. We head north on the Avenue grid. Every block is a one-way. At a red light, Dad checks left, then turns left through the red. In California, left on red is legal in exactly one setup. One-way street turning onto another one-way street. Complete stop first, then the turn. Nowhere else. 2 blocks later, two-way street. Same red light. He turns right. After a complete stop. Also legal, unless a sign says no. A graphic overlay of a rule card, right on red. After a complete stop, unless no turn on red sign posted. The background shows a blurred image of a city intersection, Central Park, horse-drawn carriages, single file, moving slower than the cars. I ask Dad what you're supposed to do with those. He says, same as a tractor, same as an Amish buggy, which we'll see later today. Horse-drawn vehicles and slow-moving farm equipment share the road with cars. You give them space. You don't honk. You pass only when it's safe. We pull off 10th Avenue toward the Holland Tunnel. Dad signals a full block before the turn. The rule: signal at least 100 feet before a turn on a surface street, roughly 7 car lengths. A graphic overlay of a rule card. Surface street turn, signal at least 100 FT before the turn. The background shows a blurred view of the street approaching the tunnel. Tunnel traffic. A car on the left tries to squeeze into our lane 100 feet from the tunnel mouth. Dad doesn't flinch. He couldn't legally pass me if I let him. You can't pass within 100 feet of a tunnel, or a bridge, or an intersection, or a railroad crossing. You can't see what's coming out the other side. My sister. Or a Victorian widow. Nobody responds. Under the Hudson, New York behind us, New Jersey ahead, the New Jersey Turnpike. Dad takes the on-ramp and, without drama, just matches the speed of traffic. By the merge point, we're doing 65. The rule: when you enter a highway, match the speed. Don't stop on the ramp. Don't crawl. You merge into moving traffic when there's a safe gap. Far left, a white diamond painted on the asphalt. HOV, carpool lane, reserved for carpools, buses, motorcycles, and low-emission vehicles with a special decal, not rental sedans. A graphic overlay of a rule card. HOV carpool lane, diamond symbol, carpools, buses, motorcycles, clean air decals. The background shows the HOV lane. We need to move right for an exit. Dad flicks the signal. 3 seconds, 4, 5, then he changes lanes. On a freeway, you signal 5 seconds before changing lanes, about 400 feet. On surface streets, it's the 100-foot rule we already met. Highways need more lead time because there's more car, more speed, and more consequences. We skip Princeton. We'll come back for it. Dad wants to be in Hunterdon County before sundown. Clinton, Frenchtown, Lebanon. Tiny New Jersey towns where the calendar feels like it's rolling backwards. Painted gas station signs. An old mill on the river. A single traffic light per town, if that. We turn onto a country road. A yield sign at the entrance. The red and white triangle. Dad slows, looks both ways, then rolls through when clear. Yield sign rule. Slow down, be ready to stop, and give the right of way to everyone else, vehicles and pedestrians. Yield is not a maybe stop. It's a definitely give way. The road leads to a covered bridge, 1 lane, wooden, the kind your grandparents wrote postcards from. My sister is suddenly awake. Covered bridges are full of ghosts, she announces, closing her book. There's a folklore thing. If a spirit was following you, it had to stop at the bridge, like a pause screen. You'd drive across and leave it behind. I ask if that's why they covered them. No. They covered them so the wood wouldn't rot, but the ghost thing is the better story. Dad slows to a crawl. A covered bridge is a textbook blind, narrow, 1-lane zone. 15 amp. Same speed you'd use at a blind intersection, in an alley, or near a school. A graphic overlay of a rule card. 15 ATMP, blind intersections. Narrow 1-lane bridges, alleys, near schools. The background shows the interior of the covered bridge. We cross. The ghost stays on the other side, apparently. Pennsylvania. First stop, Ringing Rocks Park, Bucks County. A boulder field where certain rocks, when struck with a hammer, actually ring, like a bell. Some kind of iron composition inside them. Nobody fully agrees on the physics. We bang on rocks for 40 minutes. Dad brings a hammer. My sister finds the loudest boulder in the field and declares it, mine now, which is not how geology works, but is how she works. Back on the road. A yellow light. Dad eases to a stop. Rule. A solid yellow light means the signal is about to turn red. Stop if you can do it safely. Yellow is not a go faster light, no matter what the driver behind you seems to believe. West through PA. The billboards thin out. Cornfields begin. The road narrows to 2 lanes. And then, right in front of us, bright orange with a red border on the back of a horse-drawn buggy. Lancaster County, Amish country. Dad drops to 25. That orange triangle means slow-moving vehicle. 25 mph or less. Farm equipment, golf carts, horse-drawn buggies. You give them space. You don't honk. You pass only when it's safe. My sister, who has now spotted 3 buggies. This is my favorite state so far. We stop for gas in a small Lancaster town. Dad eyes the curb. Color? Red. He drives 20 feet, yellow. He keeps going. Then green. Limited time parking, read the sign. Curb colors. Red is no stopping, ever. White is passenger drop-off only. Green is limited time, signposted. Yellow is loading freight, commercial only. Blue is disabled placard only. Legal spot. Dad measures by eye. 20 feet from the crosswalk, 15 feet from the hydrant, 3 feet from a disabled ramp. Haven't been ticketed in 20 years, he says. A graphic overlay of a rule card, parking clearances, 20 FT from crosswalk, 15 FT from fire hydrant, 3 FT from disabled ramp. The background shows the parked car. Back in the car. The road climbs into the Lancaster Hills, narrow shoulder, no guardrail. Another car is coming down toward us. Dad slows and pulls right. Uphill has right of way, he says. On a narrow mountain road where 2 cars can't pass side by side, the uphill vehicle wins. The downhill car is the one that backs up, because backing down a hill is easier and safer than backing up one. Pennsylvania Sun, Golden Hour, 3 states, 17 rules. My sister has collected 2 ghost stories, 1 boulder, and strong opinions about a lobster roll that wasn't hers.
13 rules to go. Night is coming.